everybody. I'm Mel Allen. I'm just wondering, have you ever thought how much this great country of ours has changed since the turn of the century? You know, of course, we're traveling faster and further than ever before, curing more diseases than our grandparents ever knew existed, and making startling new discoveries every day. As a matter of fact, just in the essential day-to-day pleasures of living, food, housing, and clothing, the changes have been simply enormous. What do you say we take a brief nostalgic look at the tumultuous opening years of the 20th century? Even then, the USA was a land of plenty. But, except for prices, round steak at 12 cents a pound, how about that? Today's food story just can't be topped. Did you know, for example, that the United States can feed 6 times as many people on 21% less acreage with 35% less manpower than the Soviet Union? That's right. And that's quite a feather in democracy's cap. The odd thing is that Americans today are spending 20% of their take-home pay to feed themselves, but millions more to diet it off. Or exercise it away. In housing, the story is just as dramatic. The great migrations of this century brought millions to this land of opportunity, to dwellings like these. Our modern migration has carried new millions from the cities that housed their grandparents and parents. To ranch houses, split levels, and colonials that today dot millions of acres of the American landscape. And the working homes of more than 96 million of us have changed, too. In 1913, America boasted only one building over 60 stories. Today, they top every metropolitan skyline from New York to Chicago to Los Angeles. Yes, fashions have certainly changed in food and housing. And you know something else? They've changed quite a bit in that very personal department of what the men of America wear. And let me add this, they've changed for the better. More colorful, more comfortable, and better looking, too. Remember back in 1901, Teddy Roosevelt was in the White House. And American men were wearing tight-fitting Edwardian styles like this one. The 4-button front was high and snug and cut away sharply below. Today's world moves faster, and we move right along with it. Our male fashions are designed for this new jet age of fashion. Trim, but not confining. An olive and white seersucker type band trims as dark olive Milan. Lighter and brighter. Like this blue-green heather mix in an attractive version of the 3-button West Coast model. And the blue, black, and olive theme is carried right through by his spread collar shirt in an olive sharkskin fabric. His twill tie combining blue, black, and olive stripes. And his silk pocket square. All in all, friends, a handsome, up-to-date look. Then, 1910. The great Georgia Peach, Ty Cobb, was in the process of winning his 4th consecutive American League batting crown. And the crowning glory of the American male was a suit with padded shoulders, pinched waists, slanting pockets, and full-cut trousers, with, of course, spats. But today, spats are gone, and so are the dark drab colors and fashions. Yes, it's a lighter, brighter fashion word, exemplified by this sandshade bengaline suit in a traditional model, and this natural shoulder 2-button model in a bold Glen plaid. The accessories are just right, with the sandshade, an olive shantung tie with blue and red figures, olive pinstripe shirt with a smart tab collar, and a sparkling summery silver palm straw. And with the Glen plaid, a red, olive, and black striped twill tie that harmonizes perfectly with the red overplaid in this suit, a black pinstripe tab collar shirt, and a snap-brim black lightweight felt hat. And back in 1920, when the New York Yankees were winning the first of many pennants to come, male fashions gave up the padded shoulders of 10 years earlier for a completely unpadded look, with narrow shoulders, high waist, full-cut coats, and belted backs. The modern design of the 1960s is engineered for comfort, right from the fiber to the finished product, such as this lightweight gray shark skin on a smartly proportioned 3-button model with tailored shoulders. This dressy business suit is worn with a bamboo color poplin shirt with a short spread collar, a medium gray and silver woven pattern tie, and a regimental striped silk pocket square, along with a dandy Senate straw. I tell you, it's a great outfit for a fashion-wise man on the move. By the 30s, the jazz age was ending, and men's clothing styles in the USA had left the jazz age concept of fashion in favor of fuller, puffed shoulders and sleeves, wider lapels, double-breasted vests, and the last of the bell-bottom trousers. The jet age means jet line styling and new jet stream colorations. Here come 2 good examples. A bright blue traditional model with a matching vest and a wash and wear polyester cotton blend, and an iridescent mohair blend with a gray olive cast and a 2-button shawl collar treatment. The eye-catching blue outfit picks up added spice by way of a solid color Madras bucket hat, a short-sleeved blue and white tape-striped Oxford button-down shirt, and a neatly figured red foulard tie with a deep blue silk pocket square. The jet-lined shawl collar model just can't miss with these self-supporting trousers and fashion-right accessories, like this short-sleeved white-on-white shirt with a roll spread collar, a twill tie with teal, black, and silver stripes, and a modern silhouette felt hat in a soft olive shade. Big was the look of the 40s. Big and bold and a sign of the draped shape that was to set the trend for the next several years. Shoulders were again high, wide, and heavily padded. Lapels were big and reached way out to here. And the drape effect was accented by the double-breasted styling that typified this era in fashion. This new model, called the American Envoy, typifies new ideas in manly fashions. In the trim lines of its one-button styling, its mid-weight fabric, and a subtly striped medium-gray diagonal weave. Of course, old-timers didn't think they were getting their money's worth unless the suit weighed enough to give them round shoulders. But not the jet age man. He wants lighter, brighter fabrics, and he wants style-selected accessories like this pale blue broadcloth shirt with a long, pointed, spread-roll collar, a silver tie with a woven blue design, and a gray double-brim hat. Yes, we look for fashion with comfort today, and it's so easy to find. We've discovered that the weight of a fabric doesn't necessarily mean warmth. Thanks to America's mills and producers of new chemical fibers and modern woolens, we've discovered that we can be as warm and look as fashionable as we want to in top coats that weigh just a fraction of what they did in 1918. Coats like this suiting weight shark skin, with its peaked lapels and deep-hooked center vent. Or this young man's model in the finely checked split raglan treatment with angled pocket flaps and a ball collar. Or this novel top coat of the jet age in a wheat shade, which features angled flap pockets, an extra ticket pocket, peaked lapels, and deep side vents. Yes, sir, a handsome trio. The jet age man naturally has more leisure time in which to look at himself and see what he's wearing. And he's found that he likes clothes with the look and the feel of leisure. Lightness and brightness of color and fabric give him all he wants and more. Sport coat and slack outfits as we know them today were virtually unheard of before the mid-30s. Coordinated jackets and slacks were around, of course, but, well, by any comparison, they were drab. Let's face it. Today, we have lightness, brightness, and boldness and pattern as never before. Let's start with this soft medium blue in a fancy hapsack weave that comes up beautifully in this new double-breasted blazer. Traditional in cut, it's modern all the way in its color and its accessories. The pale blue slim slacks, a pink pullover button-down shirt, and a navy ascot with red polka dots. Now, maybe that sign should read, "Jackets Desired." And here's India Madras, plaited entirely in blue. Natural shoulder styling, and naturally good-looking. The accessories play up its good looks perfectly, from the plain front blue-gray tropical weight slacks worn with a red fabric belt, all the way to the traditional button-down collar shirt in an ecru hop sacking. This handsome tussa silk jacket in a light natural shade is worn with the pride of an eagle. Its tailored lines are enhanced by angled pockets, deep side vents, and generous shoulder gussets. The solid silk is teamed with self-supporting antique gold tropical weight slacks, a multicolored striped pullover shirt in a linen-like weave, and a gold ascot to pick up the color of the slacks. Both handsome outfits, exotic, but with a strong American style sense. Next in this jet era of styling, a wash and wear blend in a Glen plaid of light olive and blue-gray tones. two-button tailored shoulder model that has warm weather leisure ideas built into its every line. And it's tastefully coordinated with semi-iridescent single-pleat bengaline slacks, an iridescent olive button-down collar shirt, a bold brown on white plaid patterns this stylish one-button model for comfortable spring and summer wear. In a lightweight wool, it features angled flat pockets and a flared back. Bright accessory ideas include beltless blue-gray slacks, a deep maroon button-down collar shirt, and a polka dot silk ascot. And miniature gingham checks go light and bright for the leisure season in this polyester cotton blend. It's handsome enough for a coach and four, particularly when teamed with these self-supporting black all-chemical fiber slacks, a fly front spread collar shirt, and a silk print ascot and pocket square. Boucle-like magenta wool in a burst of color makes good sense and good style in this terrific two-button sport coat. It's as soft and as light as a spring breeze. The white buttons give it added flair, and so do the accessories. The gray leisure shirt with spaced white and red print, and the colorful ascot. White wash and wear slacks, a symbol, an integral part of the modern American way of life, the sport coat and slacks outfit. Every man looks his best in an elegant formal outfit, and you can take that from no less an authority than the American woman. But unfortunately, too many men still think of an evening in formal wear in terms of the 1920s and earlier. Stiffly formal, you know. Not comfortably and elegantly formal, which is the modern design. Start with this bright white wash and wear fiber blend, which adds practicality to the dress-up look of this tailored shouldered dinner coat. Shawl collared, its wash and wear qualities will resist stains of cocktail sauce, mustard, or, for luckier fellows, even lipstick. It achieves added highlights through the black satin butterfly bow tie and the black, red, and gold regimental striped silk pocket square. As modern as the swept-wing jet and as sophisticated as any regal finery is this iridescent olive silk formal ensemble. It sparkles like champagne. The color, fabric, and black satin accents are repeated so effectively in the grand formal vest. The muted colorings of this batik striped fabric give even greater zest to the summer and resort formal scene. A dinner jacket for the young and the young in heart. It's accented by a black satin shawl collar. This fancy plaid formal jacket, in tasteful subdued tones, achieves neat highlights by means of black satin on the collar and cuffs. It brings a fashion flair to any party, complemented as it is by the black satin bow and pleated front dress shirt. So you see, times and fashion have changed. And fashions for men are jetting into a lighter, brighter, more colorful day. Tell you what, how about going along for the ride with us?